Hello, look, I'm making another YouTube video. I'm really staying on top of it. Oh, look at that scratch I have from some barbed wire. Oopsies. I figured today would be a good time to do like a spring tour. Even though there's not like a ton blooming, you can at least see what's in the ground, and the tunnel looks nice. So we will do a little tour today. This is all stuff that needs to go in the ground like ASAP. But it was so hot yesterday that I didn't put any of it out. It's just more straw flower, some blue lace flower, some snaps that obviously need to be fertilized, the ageratum, more straw flower, gomphrena, and then I started my zinnias really early this year. They need to go out like this week, and then I will just keep my fingers crossed that there's not another frost. And then cosmos I also started too early. Whoopsies, I got a little ahead of myself. Okay, so this row doesn't have anything in it yet. I put straw flower in this row a few days ago. They look so much better today than they did yesterday, because yesterday was 85 degrees. And even though these were perfectly well watered in, like I checked underneath, made sure that they were good, they were like wind blown and so sad because it was hot, but they look fine today. We've got seashells mix, and then that vintage like creamy colored white with some more seashells, and then the vintage white is like pure white, and then creamy white, and then some of the tall mix and some of the purple red, and then I've got a lot more straw flower to put in. It'll fill up this whole row. Tulips are still tuliping. These I'm just kind of letting go because I don't really care about these because they're short. So, because this little batch was like an experimental batch, and I planted it later than everything else, so they just didn't get as tall. But they're still pretty. I'm using these in little Easter arrangements. Let's see. This was Purple Pride, and it's done. And that was an early tulip, and they actually got surprisingly tall for being an early tulip. This is the Easter egg mix, which I was kind of excited for, but again, it's an early mix, and these did not get tall. These were incredibly short, so I won't plant those again. This is, I think, Spring Joy mix. Yeah, this is double Spring Joy. Oops, guess I should pay attention to what I'm doing. But these are yellows and reds, and I got a really nice, like, kind of orangey yellow, 2 out of these. And then this was double Negrita, and these are all gone, but this is what they were. They were, I think, Icun. Really pretty. I'll plant this one again next year for sure, because the stem length was like, let's see, pretty good for a double. So these I'm also using for Easter arrangements because they're too short. This is Alibi. I was surprised that these were short because it's a late single, so oh well. This was a mistake. This was supposed to be Stunning Apricot, and obviously not. This is what it was supposed to look like. So ADR refunded me for those. They were really tall, but I don't want yellow tulips. So these are, I don't know how to pronounce it, so I'm not even gonna try. I don't even know where the tag is. Anyway, they are a really nice kind of like creamy orange color. And then I've got my parrots right here that actually did super well. They were really, really pretty and tall. And these are done. This was just a single white. I'll probably plant this one again next year, because it got decently tall. The other single white that I have up here did not get as tall. These are really tall. This is Minton. It's like a salmon color. This row just got aerated yesterday, so that one's good to go. Same for this one. I got all the leaf mulch taken off. I have most of the here we go, the dahlias that I just left in the ground and covered with leaf mulch to just see if they would come back. And dahlias are a lot more cold hardy than we are giving them credit for. All I did was put leaf mulch on top of them, and we got a low, like a polar vortex that came in, and I think it was negative 10. And it doesn't matter. All these are coming back up, which is great. But also, I did not account for the space to keep these dahlias. So I'm going to have to do some rearranging. I put status in on Friday, a couple days ago. This is white. Oh, yeah. I accidentally was not paying attention. So this is white and a pastel mix. And what else? American Beauty and Forever Happy. So those are going to take up almost a whole row. My agrostemma down here looks good. Should bloom pretty soon, I would think. This is like a really pretty white, wispy flower. Leaf mulch got taken off of this bed yesterday and aerated. Same for this bed. And then my larkspur, these were self-seeded from last year. They just kind of popped up. And then these are the ones that I planted. And they look really nice. I don't even remember what varieties are here because my tags are all gone. Here is some allium. And I don't remember. One of them is called polka dots, I think. Whoa, who knows? Yes, polka dots. Got mowed over. Polka dots, and I got no idea. Sir Winston Churchill is blooming. This is like a double, triple flowering daffodil. It smells really good. Here's some more allium. I don't know what that is because the tag is no longer in existence. This is allium from last year. This is ping pong allium. And daffodils. This one's really pretty. And these are just coming up very late for daffodils. Okay, so I looked up to see what's coming up late. It is Pink Charm, which is kind of strange. I thought Pink Charm came up a little bit earlier, and this one is a new one for me. This is, oh, it's called My Story. I thought it was Replete because it looks very replete-y to me, but no, it's called My Story. Really pretty, kind of expensive too, if I remember correctly. But yeah, the colors are really nice. And then this one's crazy bright. I don't know what this is because, again, I mowed over the tag. So these little snowdrops are coming up. Really cute. Hopefully they are taller next year. And then I've still got a bunch of stuff that hasn't come up yet. Allium and then some firecracker flowers. The henbit is terrible this year. Let's see. This is my perennial scabiosa that's coming up. Very nice. Not very tall. I don't know what's going on with this one. It's all wonky. I think it's just like sad from winter time still. But yeah, these are Fama scabiosa. And then I've got the white one too. But yeah, they the seeds didn't germinate for me very well last year. Feverfew is looking good. More feverfew here. I top dressed this bed. I say my aunt came down and helped me a ton yesterday, and she did this. And then I've got normal scabiosa down here. Not as much as I wanted. Germination is kind of on scabiosa sometimes, so, but they look pretty good. Some of them were overwintered. Some of them were put in recently. This bed is ready to go. This was, calendula, and a bunch of it germinated, and then we got hit with a frost, and I don't think it liked it. So there's not very many that are coming up over here. That's okay. I mean, I like calendula, but it's not crucial for anything. So this is I'm trying to get my shadow out of the way. White Ami. So it's a kind of like Queen Anne's lace, but pure white. It's in the dill family. So that has some that are overwintered, and then some that I did to fill in the holes for the ones that didn't make it through the winter. More feverfew. I like accidentally successioned these, not on purpose. It was just because the germination was bad. So, but that's good because it's nice to have succession. So that would be number 3. That's the latest one, and this was number 2, and that was number 1. So that worked out nice. I've got some cress here, along with a lot of weeds, but at this point I'm just kind of letting it go because they're not choking them out or anything. They're just annoying. And then bachelor's buttons should be starting soon. But I thought that like a week ago, so I only did blue this year. Unless there are some self-seeded whites in here from last year. But it's getting close. And then yarrow down here. And this just got done yesterday. I think I'm going to do this for the rest of the beds. This is just cardboard and mulch because I'm really sick of mowing. Oh my gosh. There's the neighbor's dog. She showed up out of nowhere. Molly! Anyway, I'm really sick of mowing in between the rows. It's a huge pain. And like, honestly, a lot of the grass is starting to kind of take over the edges and just creep its way in. So I think I'm just going to do this for all of my rows. Just cardboard and mulch. Molly girl, what are you doing? Oh, let's do the peonies before we do the tunnel. Also, don't mind this. My milkweed is coming back though. I looked yesterday. I pulled up where one of the just like old ones were, and it's coming back. So I'll have monarchs. The peonies look great. I am really happy about how these look. Hi, Molly girl. Hi, baby. She's such a good girl, aren't you? Yes. But yeah, these all look really good. There was only one that didn't come back. And it is just one of the red charms right here. But everything else looks super healthy. I can't cut off of these this year again, but I'm going to leave some buds so I can at least look at them and see if it's the right variety. And now onto the tunnel. I've got some spring sown ranunculus in the front. There's some extra cardboard. But look. Oh, it's like what a tunnel should look like for the most part. But yeah, these are my spring sown ranunculus. It's getting hot fast. I hope that these are able to produce blooms. I keep having to spray them with deer and rabbit resistant spray because every time I water them, since I don't have my irrigation set up in here yet, it washes off all that spray and then I have to re-spray it. Okay, so here's my ranunculus. I'm going to plant this again next year for sure. Even though it's not like the really doubled ruffle ones, I don't care. This is salmon tecolote, and it is absolutely breathtaking. Look at these colors. I mean, can you even, like, okay, and I've had aphids, which is a huge bummer, but I think everyone has aphids right now. But look, that is a ladybug larva. So I think he is putting in work. I got my green lacewing larva to eat them as well. And I've actually noticed a significant reduction in the aphids recently. So, but like here's an example of a freaking aphid. And it's like, even if it doesn't look like they're doing very much damage, this is what can happen. Oh, here's a ladybug. Yay! Hello, are you hard at work? So what can happen is they'll do damage you can't see. Here's another ladybug. Amazing. I didn't buy ladybugs. They're just in here because there's free food. But even if it's like you can't see the damage, the stems will snap from where they've been munching. And then they'll just like hollow out. So I don't want to sell these. Here's another one that did it too. Because even if they look good at the time, you don't know if they're going to just snap in the vase. So I don't feel comfortable selling these to the florist until the aphids are a little more under control. This one I probably won't do next year. It's just not quite the colors that I thought. It's too summery. This is a tecolote as well. Flamenco tecolote. And it's like, yeah, they're really pretty. But not for right now. I want more of like this for right now. More of the like soft pastels. So I won't do that one next year. Just, yeah, it's a little too vibrant for springtime. But this one's really tall. I've been proud of how tall these have gotten this year. And I think they would be even taller if I would have irrigation installed. But I haven't. I just ordered it. A bug just lit my throat. Oh my God. Okay, I'm okay. I just have to pretend it didn't happen or I'm going to keep thinking about it. Ugh. Oh, but look. They look so perfect until you see the aphids. But that's the other thing too, is when you cut these, you're supposed to cut them at what's called marshmallow stage. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to find any, really. Another ladybug larva. I am so proud of you guys. Here's another one. That's amazing. They're doing a good job. I really have noticed a significant reduction. Anyway, you're supposed to cut them at marshmallow stage, which this one's pretty close. Like this. They're supposed to be just a little smushy and not opened up. But then what'll happen is all those aphids are just in there and you can't see them. So then when it starts opening up, then you can see them. Gosh, look how pretty that is. This mix has been really nice. This is, let's see. La Dolce Vita. And yeah, it's just really soft, nice pinks, kind of some bubblegum pinks. Yeah, really, really pretty. Very springy. Oh my gosh, there's another ladybug larva. I'm so excited that they're all in here. Oh my gosh, there's another one. I'm gonna have so many ladybugs. Oh my gosh, another one. Sorry. I'm like freaking out. Look. And then this is just a white Bianco. Is this one? I should have ordered more of this. I will next year because it's really nice. Look at this crazy guy over here. He kept getting whacked by the tunnel door. So he developed really weird. There's another double over here. Look. One head on that side, one head on that side. The anemones are fine. I just can't figure out anemones apparently because they just don't get very tall. I mean, some of them look tall, but that's because they've been left out here and I haven't cut them. So it's like, all right, do these look tall? Sure. But look at this. So that means they've already been out here and I can't cut them now. Like, yeah, see, petals falling off. So it's like, well, that's not what I want. You want to cut them when they're about like this, maybe a little less. Whenever oh no! Death! Cucumber beetle. That's early for you. Get out of here. Anyway, you want to cut them when the little collar is only like half an inch to an inch away from the flower. So this one would be good. I would cut that one. But yeah, the rest of them, obviously, you can tell they've been out here for a long time because the collar is like multiple inches away from the head. I need to come in here and deadhead those. So yeah, I don't know. The anemones are pretty, but I can't really use them for very much because they're just not very tall. And I think, again, that is just from lack of irrigation. My snaps look good, but I think they have a fungus, some sort of fungusy something or other, because look at this. Ugh. I don't know what that is. I need to research and see. One of my flower farmers said she has something that I can use for it. But I think the reason is because look how close together they all are. Because the frost just kept pinching and pinching and pinching them. And so they kept making more and more and more shoots. So now they have like zero airflow. So I guess I could come in and just like snap a bunch of them off and see if that helps. So yeah, that's not good. So, but yeah, this is a Potomac. I think it's called Early Sunrise. This one is Costa, just a mix of orange and purples. So it's like they look good from a distance, but then you get up and you see that kind of fungus that's happening. So anyway, that's the tunnel. Here's some mint that I did as an experiment in here. And yeah, that's pretty much everything. I'll show you my baby chicks. Here's my baby chicks. I do still use like the traditional heat lamp, but I make sure that like, okay, so it's clamped onto something and tied. So there's no way this thing can fall off. And then I also have this on top whenever I'm not in here. So it's fine. But yeah, I have ones that I'm going to turn this off real quick just so you can see them a little bit better. I have ones that I hatched and ones that I just purchased. So there's a couple different varieties in here. The ones that I hatched are just a mix. They are, they came from the Americana eggs. So they have those little chubby cheeks. And they might be frizzled because I have frizzled roosters. This one I purchased and it is so cute. think it's oh gosh, I don't even remember what it is. This one is a tiny little cochin, and he could be frizzled. She or he, I don't know. This one is a gold-laced Polish. Oh wait, no, that one's mine. It looks similar, but look, puffy cheeks, that one's mine. This one is a gold-laced Polish because it has the puffy head. And then look at this little cutie patootie. Oh my god. Anyway, baby chicks. I'm excited to see who's frizzled and who's not. Also, just as an extra little video, this is my crow feeding station. I have peanuts and cat food, and I just dump a little bit into this. I was doing it on the table, but it's been so windy, everything would blow away. So I'm using this with rocks in it so it doesn't blow away. And yeah, I'm feeding crows because I want them to bring me presents. And I think they will eventually, but sometimes you have to feed them up for like, I don't know, upwards of like 2 years before they start bringing you gifts. So we'll see. The blue jays come and get this before the crows do sometimes. So I just put extra out so that there's some left for the crows.